All right, so for this portion of 6-5, we are going to be putting it all together and dealing with the parent graphs, the vertical and horizontal compressions and expansions, and the vertical and horizontal translations. So to summarize, we have this function here, and we could easily replace that with cosine instead of sine. And so the general form is going to be y is equal to a times the sine of k theta minus c plus h. And so in that equation, my a value, or the absolute value of a, represents the amplitude. The period is 1 over k times the normal period for sine, which is 2 pi, or you could say 2 pi over k. The phase shift is what I get when I set the parentheses equal to 0, so that's c over k. And then the vertical shift is h. So again, notice when it's vertical, meaning amplitude and vertical shift, it is what it looks like other than the absolute value. But when it's a horizontal change, there's always something to think about. So the way we're going to go about graphing these functions is first, we're going to determine our vertical shift and we're going to graph our midline. The next thing we're going to do is determine the amplitude. And then we're going to use the dashed lines to indicate where the maximum points will be located and where the minimum points will be located. The third thing we're going to do is determine the period of the function to graph the appropriate sine or cosine curve. So we're going to graph everything that we have so far as a dashed graph. And then from there, we're going to add in the phase shift, and that's going to be our solid graph. So for this next problem, they want us to state the amplitude, period, phase shift, and vertical shift of the function, and then they want us to graph the function. So it might be good to have some graph paper to help us with that. So coming over here, remember the formula said y was equal to a times the cosine of k theta minus c plus h, just to give us an idea of what things are equal to. So over here, we get the absolute value of A is equal to the absolute value of 4, or just 4. So that's going to be my amplitude. Okay. The period is going to be, now notice my K value is 1/2. So my horizontal scale factor is going to be 2. So I can either calculate my period as the reciprocal of K, meaning 2, times a normal period, which is 2 pi, or I could call it 2 pi over k. So 2 pi over 1/2 is the same as 2 pi times 2 over 1, and in both cases we get a period of 4 pi. Okay. Then my phase shift is what happens when I set the parentheses equal to 0. So if theta over 2 plus pi is equal to 0, we get theta over 2 is equal to negative pi, subtracting pi from both sides. Then multiplying both sides by 2, we get theta is equal to negative 2 pi. So that means my phase shift or my horizontal translation is going to be to the left 2 pi. And then my vertical shift is my h, and my h value is negative 6. So these are the 4 things that we need to remember. So the first thing they said, and let me just go ahead and put a graph in here. And I'm going to give myself 4 steps. I don't know which direction, so I'll put 4 steps this way. All right, and then I can go up 1 and down 1. Not sure what's going to happen there either. Okay. So first thing we said is deal with the vertical shift. So the vertical shift actually said to go down 6 units. So I'm going to adjust this a little bit. So this is going to be 1. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I have a new midline at y is equal to negative 6. Okay. So I took care of my vertical shift. So then the next thing I want to take care of is my amplitude. So my amplitude says I have maximum points 4 units above that midline. And I have minimum points 4 units below that midline. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, so that's going to be at negative 10. Okay, so now I've taken care of my amplitude. So then the next thing I need to take care of is my period. And so what that means is normally here I would have locations at pi over 2, at pi, at 3 pi over 2, and at 2 pi. That's a normal period for cosine. And so this was saying that my horizontal scale factor is twice as big, meaning that it's the reciprocal of k. So I'm going to take each of those things and multiply them by 2. So when I do that, I get a value of pi, a value of 2 pi. Here the 2's cancel and I get 3 pi, and here I get 4 pi. So that means here I'm going to be at pi, 2 pi, 3 pi, and 4 pi. To the left, we would get negative pi, negative 2 pi, negative 3 pi, and negative 4 pi. Okay. And so if I graph everything I have so far, recognizing that I'm dealing with cosine and I haven't dealt with my horizontal shift, we said, oh, I lost my unit circle. So we said that cosine starts at a maximum. So my maximum would be on this maximum line here. Then my next step would go to the midline and then to the bottom of the valley and then back to the midline, digging myself out. And so this would be the function with everything except for the phase shift. All right, so then coming over here, we said, so I took care of my period. My phase shift is negative 2 pi. And so if you notice up here, 2 pi is 2 dashes. So that means all my new points are going to be 2 dashes to the left, because it's negative, of my original function, right? So here, I'm going to go 2 dashes to the left. Here, 1, 2 dashes to the left. At the bottom, 1, 2 dashes to the left. Here, 1, 2 dashes to the left. And here, 1, 2 dashes to the left. And so we would end up with the cosine function looking like this. And so I've taken care of my midline, my amplitude, my period, and my phase shift. Let me zoom out just a little bit so that if you wanted to, you could take a picture of that. Let's see if I can zoom out a little bit more. All right, so there is everything. All right, so then looking at the next problem, take a moment to see if you can find the amplitude, the period, the phase shift, and the vertical shift of the function. So you'll notice that the amplitude is going to be the absolute value of A, so that's going to be the absolute value of 2, which is just 2. And then here, my K value is 2, so that means that the period is going to be 2 pi over K, which is pi, or we could have said that that horizontal scale factor is 1/2. So you did half of 2 pi and you get pi. For my phase shift, I'm going to set 2 theta minus pi over 2 equal to 0. So if I add pi over 2 to both sides, we get 2 theta is equal to pi over 2. And then I can put this over 1. And so if I cross multiply, I get 4 theta is equal to pi. And then dividing by 4, theta is equal to pi over 4. So that means that my phase shift is going to be to the right, pi over 4 units. And then my vertical shift, we love that. It's just the -1, so we get a vertical shift of -1. Okay. So if we come over here to graph this, set this up real quick. And so I need 4 dashes here, and I'll go ahead and do 4 dashes to the left. And then I don't know what's going on vertically, so I'll just give myself some spaces here. So we said start with that vertical shift. So my vertical shift says go down 1. So my new midline is right here at y is equal to -1. My amplitude is 2, so I've taken care of this. My amplitude is 2, so I have a maximum line 2 units above. And I have a minimum line 2 units below my midline. So again, 1, 2 above is my max, 1, 2 below is my min, so I've taken care of my amplitude of 2. Then I have a period of pi, which means that, again, my horizontal scale factor was 1/2. So I'm going to take my pi over 2, my pi, my 3 pi over 2, and my 2 pi, and I'm going to multiply them by that scale factor of 1/2. And so when I do that, I get pi over 4, I get pi over 2, I get 3 pi over 4, and I get pi. So like we said, our period is going to be pi. So coming over here, this is pi over 4, this is pi over 2, this is 3 pi over 4, and this is pi. And then I could do the same thing over here, etc., right? So then I'm going to graph everything except for the phase shift using a dashed line. So we are dealing with sine, and sine starts at the midline because the sine of 0 is 0. And then we said we build a hill and then we make a valley. So we go up to our maximum, back to the midline, down to, I'm sorry, these should be dashed, but down to our minimum and then back to our midline. So again, that should be a dashed function. And then notice my phase shift is pi over 4. So on my graph, that's going to be 1 dash. So everything on my graph moves to the right 1 dash. So this one moves over pi over 4. 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 And this one moves over pi over 4. So my final answer would be right here. And again, I could continue that on this way and on this way, but we're just looking at one period of the function. So feel free to take a moment to take a picture of that if you need to, or pause the video and copy that down.